Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Reezon back once again. Reezon's console and game reviews, and I'm doing a review on a game that I enjoy very much on the Nintendo Wii. It was actually a PlayStation release a year or two. I'm not sure which. I think about 2 years before, and was re-released on the Nintendo Wii with advanced controls, a couple little extras here and there. And normally, I'm not a big fan of port overs or games being re-released on a previous system unless there's a reason for it, unless there's significant advancements. And in this case, there's not that much advancement. There is some, but the game is such a great game that I'm just glad it was re-released on the Nintendo Wii and gave us Nintendo fans a chance to experience this classic, this masterpiece. And that would be Bully, the Scholarship Edition, which was released on the Wii and I think also on the Xbox. Uh, but I mean, the game is basically it's made from Rockstar Games, who are the makers of the Grand Theft Auto series. And I remember when it first was released on PS2, it got so much, negative press, so much heat from the media and just different organizations, and I really don't see why, because it's not really about being a bully. I mean, it's called bully and it involves, bullying and all that, but you are not really the one bullying. You are the one trying to set things right in the school. So I don't understand what that was about. But basically, the game stars, the protagonist or the main character would be Jimmy Hopkins, and that's the role that you play. And the game starts with a little cinematic about your snobby rich mom and her lover or your stepdad or whoever he is, just dropping you off at this academy, Bullworth Academy, just basically dumping you off to get rid of you. They leave you there, and you get this arrogant young punk, with a chip on his shoulder, in a new school, and right off the bat, you meet up with the principal, and you get your schedule and all that, and right off the bat, you get encountered right as soon as you get there, you get encountered by the different classes or different groups in the school, the jocks, the greasers, the nerds, stuff like that, and you get picked on by some of the jocks, and you start to see right away that you're the new kid on campus, and the bullseye is on you. All these different groups can be targeting you, trying to make you their what, and but your character ain't having it, man. He's gangster with his, so he's getting ready to fight back. So I mean that's kind of how the game sets up. One thing I really like about it is, like I said, I like games that you have a lot of freedom. You're, an open world, and things like that. And this game has that. I mean, this game has not just the campus, which is huge in itself, of the school, Bullworth Academy, which involves everything from the boys and girls dorms to the main school building with the different classrooms to the football field, the gymnasium, the basketball courts, the track, uh, the student parking or the parking lot where the buses pull up. Man, the back boiler room or the back, janitor's area. What else? What else? The library. I mean, everything is there on campus. It's huge. But then you also got the town of Bullworth, which is, you can exit the school and, either go right or left and you can go over the bridge or whatever. You go into town. And there's a movie theater and there's, different stores you can visit to buy merchandise, clothes, everything, man. There's parks, neighborhoods, the rich kids' neighborhoods, all that. The world is a huge overworld. So I love that about the game. I also love the fact that it's not just like it dumps you in the school and you got missions and that's it. No, it's actually like a real life, thing. It's like you're really a student. You get there and you got a schedule. Every day at 9 o'clock, you need to be in class, and at 3 o'clock, I think you need to go back to class. There's two classes a day, like a real academy, and you're free in the sense that you could choose to skip these classes. But if you skip these classes during the hours of 9 and whatever, during the hours where you're supposed to be in class, you got the security guards or the professors or whatever you want to call them. I forgot the real name for them, in their tuxes and everything, patrolling. And if they catch you committing what's called truancy, skipping class, they will chase your behind down, and you got to run from them. And if they catch you, you can escape. If they catch you a second time, they're taking you to class. Enough of these incidences, and you get punished. You got to do detention. You got to mow the lawn of the school, or you got to pick up trash or something like that. So I like that. It's realistic, you know what I'm saying? And I like it because you start the game off as this punk who nobody likes. And as you progress through the game, you start becoming the man. I mean, the shorties can't get enough of you. You get to give them flowers. You get to sneak a kiss. You even get to grab their behind, on certain parts. Especially on the Wii version, I love the fight mechanics because when you get in a fight, the Wiimote and the nunchuck are your fists. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta swing and uppercut and all that, and the fight mechanics are really good. I really like this game. Like I said, let's go back to the story. You get dropped off at the school, and you meet up with this guy named Gary, who he tries to act tough, whatever, and you give him, you let him know you ain't about that, and he likes you, quote unquote. And he wants to team up with you and take over the school. As the game progresses, you find out this guy's really a punk. He's a two-face. He's trying to take over the school for himself, and he sets you up. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the game, you start seeing that, and he becomes the enemy. You meet a couple of other friends like Petey, who's this little nerd, but he's a nice kid, and your character is a good guy. He's decent at heart, so he takes him in as his friend. And he really wants to help, and your character's main goal is to basically take the kids who are bullying on weaker kids and bully them and show them what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. I mean, there's an arsenal of weapons in the game. Everything from a slingshot to a firecracker, like a rocket launcher, that shoots firecrackers. A spud gun, which is like one of the inventions the nerds made. That's like a gun that shoots potatoes. You got marbles that you can use for itching powder. Your skateboard, bikes. What else? Stink bombs. Everything, man. There's an arsenal of weapons, man, to play pranks on people, on teachers. To use them to defend yourself, whatever. And there's so many realistic. I mean, the game is so realistic as time passes by. The weather changes. You go into winter and fall and all that. When you go into fall, it's Halloween, so your character gets to dress up in a costume and go to the Halloween dance or whatever it is. I mean, there's so much in this game that makes it real. Like, you're really in this academy. This is really where you live. You're really trying to build your rep. You're really trying to take over the school. It's really cool, man. I like it. Graphics, great presentation, great graphics. Actually a slight step up from the PlayStation 2 graphics, but not much. What else can I say? Controls, flawless, man. You move and navigate with the nunchuck and the Wiimote. The Wiimote and nunchuck together become your fists when you get in fights. The Wiimote becomes your pointer when you're using the slingshot or anything else, any other projectile weapon. What else, man? Controls, graphics, the story I already told you. The fun factor, I love it. I can get enough of it. This is not even, I've never bought it. This is a rental, and this is about the 6th or 7th time I've rented this game since it came out, man. This game is such a classic. I love this game so much that even when I return it to Blockbuster and I don't rent it for months on end, I never erase the save data from my system. It's always there, so when I rent it, I can pick up right where I left off. You know what I'm saying? No, I haven't beaten it because I have so many other games that I'm playing, but I've gotten very far. I think I'm in chapter 5 or whatever, where you're finally the king of the school. But because you're the king and you're all arrogant and you think you're all that, all of a sudden all these different groups, the nerds and the greasers and the jocks and everybody are getting disappointed with you because certain things are happening and you're the king and you're not taking care of them. So I mean, I love this game, man. It really gives you that feel. First of all, for me, I've been graduated from high school for 7 or 8 years now. It really gives me that feeling of being back in high school, you know what I'm saying, and trying to run things and all that, and just the atmosphere, the cheerleaders, the nerds, the jocks, like I said, all different groups, and trying to establish your rep, getting away from the teachers and the professors, pissing off the principal, it really takes you back, and the classes themselves, when you actually decide to go to class, it's cool because you actually earn stuff, so there's actually a reason to go to class. Saying they got chemistry, English, math, and geography. And the chemistry one is cool because your character is pouring a bunch of chemicals together, and you need to follow the on-screen motion gesture prompts to complete the assignment. The geography one, they show you a map, and you got to put the flags on the right countries. Math, it's just solving a bunch of math problems. Kind of like a Brain Age type clone game. And then the English one, they give you like 7 or 8 letters, and out of those 7 or 8 letters, you gotta make as many words as possible and get higher than 50% to pass. So through doing that, you unlock different things. You unlock different articles of clothing, different weapons like itching powder and stuff like that. Like I got itching powder from the chemistry class. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, it's cool because you always return to your dorm and you have your own little dorm room where you have your chemistry set, so you can do stuff like in class, where you have the pictures of the girls that you've kissed and the girls that like you, where you have your wardrobe and all the clothes that you bought on the game, and you sleep there, and that's how you save the game, man. So overall, Bully Scholarship Edition on the Wii, I give it a 8.5. No, I rephrase that. I give it a 9 out of 10. It is a great game, good fun, long and engaging, and I definitely recommend at least renting it, if not buying it, for anybody who owns a Wii and likes games like that, open world type games. Great title. Once again, Bully, the Scholarship Edition on the Wii. God bless y'all. Enjoy.